Today we see a very good reaction in the market with a clear attempt to recover by forming very good bottom signals in both the SPY and the QQQ, as well as in many other stocks that are on our radar, just when prices are in their support levels. And that's very interesting as we may have some new opportunities over here. Welcome to the Finance Hydra Channel, where you get unbiased, stress-free market analysis. Here, we look at the market professionally, without emotions and without beating about the bush. My name is Nathan. Welcome to another daily analysis. Now, let us start looking at the SPY ETF, which is going up nicely today, reinforcing the idea that we described yesterday, right? Because yesterday we saw this very interesting bullish reaction right above the 21-day EMA. I told you guys that this moving average was a technical support level for the SPY in case a sharper correction occurs, alright? And then we saw a quite sharp correction, and right now we clearly found a support level near the 21-day EMA, the exponential moving average on the daily chart over here, which is acting as a quite reliable support level for the SPY. Now, by materializing a bottom signal, SPY gives us the impression that yes, it is maintaining the long-term uptrend, the bullish sentiment, as we can see here on the weekly chart, reinforcing the idea that it could just recover, finding a support level over here near the moving average in order to materialize another breakout of its previous resistance level, making another higher high, higher low. Because guys, uptrends are made of higher highs, higher lows. If we see lower highs, lower lows, then it is a downtrend. Right now, by making a bottom signal above the previous bottom, SPY is showing a very nice, good, bullish bottom signal, suggesting more bullish continuation. Now, Nathan, what could possibly reject this bullish thesis you are describing to us right here, right now? If in the next few days, maybe this week, right? Because this week is earnings season, right? Earnings season starts this week. Then we may see an increased volatility in the market. Then if we see by any means a possible bearish reversal chart structure made by a lower high, lower low, better seen on the 1-hour chart, for instance, if we see a lower high, lower low on the 1-hour chart, then we could reject the previous bullish reaction from yesterday, losing the 21-day EMA again, losing yesterday's low, and then, and only then, SPY will completely frustrate any bottom possibility, any bullish possibility, suggesting more correction, possibly to the next technical support level at 576, the previous support level, which was a previous gap over here, right? So the 576 is going to be our next technical target if we see SPY actually losing this moving average, actually materializing a bearish pivot point, a lower high, lower low on the 1-hour chart. So far, there is no technical evidence pointing to this scenario, but it is important for us to bear this possibility in mind because we can't predict the future, right? Technical analysis is not here to help us predicting the future. It is totally useless for forecasting. Just like fundamental analysis, just like tape reading, just like algo trading, there is not a single tool capable of predicting the future. We only use technical analysis to have a statistical advantage in this market and of course to help us designing our strategies using good risk management. Period. Now, as we can see here, SPY is just going up. All right, it is still above our short-term support level, so great, fantastic. As far as I know, we are still maintaining the uptrend. Now, the QQQ is slightly more bearish than SPY because we don't see a crystal clear amazing breakout of the 21-day EMA yet. Unlike SPY, which found a support level above the moving average, here the QQQ is finding a resistance level near the moving average. So it is, yes, it is more bearish than SPY, but the idea of a possible recovery is still plausible in this context, because as far as I know, QQQ just found a support level after closing this gap over here at $510.16, all right, this previous gap over here. By finding a support level above this gap, the QQQ could react, all right, it could react, but it is very important for it to maintain its price above the 21-day EMA, the exponential moving average on the daily chart. We have an open gap above the price. We have the 539, the previous all-time high, as our next technical resistance level. Now, Nathan, what if the QQQ loses the 510 again? Then alright, we are going to completely reject any bottom signal, any bullish possibility over here as well, possibly retesting the $500 again, and then we'll see, because on the weekly chart, we are still maintaining the uptrend, all right? We are still above our long-term support levels like the 21 weekly moving average, like the $500 area, which was a previous resistance level in July last year. Now it is a support level for us. If we miss yesterday's low, then alright, then we could see a sharper correction, possibly even in the worst case scenario to retest this support line of this ascending channel, okay? And remember, the QQQ is inside an ascending channel, so long-term wise, we are still maintaining the uptrend, okay? So in the absence, in the lack of technical evidence pointing otherwise, well, we are maintaining the uptrend. That's okay, that's totally fine. Let's see how the QQQ is going to behave right here, right now, that it just found the 21-day EMA as a resistance level, and see if we are not gonna lose the 510 support level, because if we do, well, we are gonna turn very bearish, and that's going to be quite complex scenario, complicated scenario for many stocks, including Nvidia, Tesla, AMD, etc., because these stocks, particularly Nvidia right now, because Nvidia is in the center of the world's attention right now, thanks to the famous DeepSeek, the famous Chinese AI, which is completely changing everything we know about AI. And right now, well, we see a very nice and a quite solid bullish reaction on Nvidia. We are going up 7%. It is not enough to reject yesterday's drop because, well, yesterday's candle was still quite impressive, and we still see this massive gap above the price. What's more, Nvidia is in bearish territory right now. See, the 21-day EMA is still clearly above the price, just like the previous support level at 130s. So, as far as I know, any bounce to the 130s or maybe to the 21-day EMA could be just another dead cat bounce. Okay, so Nvidia is still in bearish territory. I'm sorry to tell you guys this. I know you guys love Nvidia, right? But don't kill the messenger, all right? I'm just telling you guys that yes, Nvidia is in bearish territory, and in the lack of a crystal clear, meaningful bullish reversal chart structure, it will remain bearish medium-term wise. Okay, because long-term wise, although we are losing the 21 weekly moving average, although we are making a very massive drop over here, as we can see on the weekly chart, we have yet to see a crystal clear lower high, lower low. In fact, we saw the possibility of a double top chart pattern on the weekly chart, all right? But if this week we manage to close above the previous support level around 127, 126, well, Nvidia could reject the idea of a double top chart pattern, and that would be very frustrating for the bears. So it all depends on how it is going to close this week. If it closes above the 130s again, okay, fantastic. Maybe it is just another bottom signal on the weekly chart, another false breakout of the moving average, because that could happen. Okay, it did happen in the past. It is rare, but it happens sometimes. So it could be just another false breakout, and the Nvidia is going to form just another bottom signal in this area. We have 29 days until earnings, so we have plenty of time to recover, to react properly without an an increase in volatility due to earnings, all right? So yes, the situation is still relatively under control long-term wise, but I do understand that medium-term wise, Nvidia needs to break a few resistance levels first and maintain its price above these levels until this Friday. Okay, then we may see a crystal clear bottom signal on the weekly chart suggesting a sharper recovery. And well, I see Nvidia just as another possible buying opportunity if we see a decent reaction. And guys, remember, if you want to trade with me and learn more about trading, we have an educational project, the 5% project, where I share my strategies with you in real time and in an absurd level of detail. For every single signal I share, I always highlight where to buy. I explain all the technical reasons for buying, where to exit if it goes wrong, where to pocket profits if it goes right, and of course, everything based on our winning trading methodology that has good profitability and accuracy. We give you free access for 7 days. If you have any questions and wanna know more about how we work, all right? That's because we are very confident that yes, we can show you value, and that's precisely why most of our students actually end up staying with us. So come and trade with us. The link to my website is in this video's description. It is free to try, okay? You have absolutely nothing to lose. Cancel anytime, no strings attached. All right? Now, back to our analysis over here, we see Tesla trying to react today. Okay, it is not an amazing reaction, an incredible reaction, but it could be the start of something new, especially because on the 1 hour chart, guys, by the way, it is going to report earnings tomorrow, okay? If Tesla materialize a meaningful bullish reversal chart structure on the 1 hour chart, making a crystal clear bottom signal on the daily chart, then okay, maybe Tesla will have a chance of exploding after earnings, okay? A chance, of course. So far, we are still in bearish territory, both short-term and medium-term wise, so we are not making any decent reaction. So in theory, Tesla is supposed to crash after earnings because that's what happens more often than not, okay? We follow the previous trend, and then when we report earnings, we just reinforce the previous sentiment. Since we are still bearish, Tesla could collapse after earnings, retesting its next technical support levels. Namely, I have one support in mind, the $358. If we see Tesla retesting this key point and making a crystal clear bottom signal, well, maybe it is going to be a fantastic buying opportunity. In fact, relatively rare buying opportunity, because opportunities like these, they don't appear that often, all right? So it could be a fantastic signal for us to buy Tesla, but guys, so far there is no technical evidence pointing to that direction. And again, if you want to trade with me, the link to my website is in this video's description. Join the 5% project. So far, so good, okay? We are just dropping. It is still, in fact, it feels like it is more like sideways than actually bearish. It is not bullish at all. Long-term wise, yes, we are still bullish, but guys, it feels like Tesla deserves a correction back to the moving average, back to the 358 again, and if we do so, it is going to be fantastic. Nathan, what if Tesla explodes after earnings? All right, maybe we're gonna see a different opportunity, maybe we'll have to wait a little bit more. Either way, Tesla looks quite interesting at the moment, precisely because it is going to report earnings tomorrow, okay? Maybe even this week, we're gonna see a new opportunity in Tesla stock. Now, regarding AMD, guys, AMD is one of the stocks that I have on my radar that I find very interesting. It is near a crystal clear support level, however, it is not reacting properly yet. Okay, we don't see a meaningful bottom signal yet. Maybe it is going to be quite risky to trade AMD right now because it is going to report earnings next week, so maybe we won't have too much time to develop a good movement over here, because remember guys, here in this channel, or at least speaking by myself, I'm a swing trader, okay? So I don't like to trade the short-term noise. I don't like to hold my positions for too long as well. I prefer to capture movements within a time frame of a few days to a few weeks, all right? Because, well, honestly, it simply suits my style. I can trade without stress. I'm not stressed myself trying to capture every single small movement, intraday movements, but it is not like I'm trying to capture a bigger movement over here. I try to outperform the market by making swing trades. There, in my humble opinion, according to my trading methodology, AMD is looking interesting, but since it is going to report earnings in 7 days, maybe it won't have too much time to develop a good movement next. Of course, it all depends on the reaction we see near this support level. Yes, it is interesting. It is on my radar. I'm on the verge of making a recommendation to the members of the 5% project, but right now I simply can't yet. Maybe depending on how it reacts today, I'll see if I find something over here, but right here right now at this moment, well, it is not looking that good, okay? I prefer other stocks. I have other better stocks on my radar. Now, Palantir looks quite bullish. It is making a very good reaction above its 21-day EMA, suggesting more bullish continuation, possibly to retest the $84 again, $85 area again. It is making, in fact, this is a bullish pivot point, right? We see a higher high, higher low. I think on the 1 hour chart we can see it better. Okay, we see a possible higher high, higher low. We made a high, we made a bottom higher than the previous bottom. Now, by breaking the previous high, we are going to trigger another bullish pivot point, suggesting more bullish continuation. In this case, we could easily break the 21-day EMA. I'm so sorry. We could easily break the previous all-time high around 84.80, and we're gonna just seek new highs, okay? Because Palantir is still very bullish. If you ask me, I would prefer to see a sharper correction on Palantir, maybe to retest its 21 weekly moving average on the weekly chart, obviously, but we failed in retesting this key point on the weekly chart, alright? So we are still clearly above it, maintaining the uptrend. Maybe the risk-reward ratio of a new buy over here is not that clear to me because we are seeking new highs, but regardless of anything else, it is maintaining the uptrend. It is going to report earnings in 6 days, okay? So we gotta be careful over here. Again, maintaining the uptrend, it could break the previous all-time high. It is, in fact, I'm so sorry, guys. The odds are that it will break the previous all-time high because we are making a bottom signal above the 21-day EMA. Now, Nathan, could you be wrong? Could you be wrong in this context? Of course I could. If we see Palantir losing the 21-day EMA, making a bearish reaction to the point of losing our moving average and losing the previous bottom level around $72.67, then okay, we are going to technically reverse this medium-term bullish sentiment, suggesting a sharper correction possibly to the $63 again, okay? But it all depends on how it is going to react after earnings as well, so only time will tell. Now, Sofi looks quite interesting as well because, guys, what we see right here right now is a hammer candlestick pattern. A hammer candlestick pattern is a quite reliable bullish candlestick pattern. It does act as a bullish reversal candle structure 60% of the time according to Thomas Bukowski's studies, and I also describe how to trade a hammer candlestick pattern on our free ebook on technical analysis, which again is totally free, available to the members of our Telegram channel. So again, the link to my website is in this video's description. Come and trade with us, okay? There I teach you guys how to trade every single pattern, hammer pattern, bullish engulfing, I don't know, any double top chart pattern, triple top chart pattern, double bottom chart pattern. I teach you guys how to trade every single one of the most interesting candle and chart patterns over there. So again, link in the video's description. So a hammer pattern reverses the trend 60% of the time, right around the 21-day EMA. That's fantastic. That's very good. It could be what Sofi needs to reverse this, to recover from this collapse over here, okay? Right above the 21-day EMA. It is a promising signal. What's more, if we use Fibonacci over here, we see that Sofi is reacting above the 61.8%. Fibonacci is retracement. So it is looking quite good. It is a hammer pattern. Sofi, it is a very promising stock right now. It just reported earnings yesterday. So, okay, fantastic. Sofi is still clearly maintaining, trying very hard to maintain its uptrend after making a pullback to its support level. Because guys, remember, pullbacks, while we are in an uptrend, they are just buying opportunities. They must be seen as buying opportunities because the risk reward ratio is quite good near support levels. Now, this is premium information, okay? If you tell me, Nathan, I want to buy Sofi at the breakout of this hammer candlestick pattern, you are totally right. That's a quite technically accurate trade. And if you tell me that you have a stop loss below this hammer's low, even better, because guys, always know where your stop loss and where your target are going to be before you place the trade. Okay, before you place the trade, you gotta know all these details beforehand, because if you don't, it feels like you are just guessing in this market. And guys, we are not here to guess, we are not here to gamble, we are professional traders, and professional traders use good risk management. And if you tell me that your target is around the all-time high, the previous resistance level, you are totally correct. In fact, your risk reward ratio will be of 2.19, a very good one, solid one. I like that kind of trade. So yes, Sofi does make sense right now, even if you are wrong, because you could be wrong. You're going to lose little money. Okay, you're not gonna lose that much. If you are right, you are going to make more than 2 times you were willing to risk in the first place. If you do that consistently after 100 trades, you will be a profitable trader. And that's how we do here in this channel, and that's how we do in our 5% project. And by the way, if you're still watching a technical analysis video for more than 22 minutes, my dear friend, this channel is for you. Subscribe to this channel, click the like button to support me, because you did like the video. It's impossible for anyone to watch this video for that long without liking the video. So click the like button to support me as well. I highly appreciate your support, my dear friends. See you guys tomorrow. Stay safe. Bye bye.